Unitarian Universalist church, building community, inspiring growth, creating change. Here in the heart of Kansas City, we come together to create this hour of shared reflection so that we might be renewed in courage for these times and inspired to lives of greater dignity, higher purpose, deeper generosity, and more effective action. May the words and music and images that we offer today nourish our best selves, calling forth abundant wisdom and love, a love that has the power to overcome both loneliness in the heart and oppression in the world. Welcome to our service.
Arise, O souls, all arise.
Good morning, everybody. Did everybody get real refreshed with your extra hour of sleep last night? I'm Jean Patterson, a member of All Souls. And whether you're in the room or watching us online, we're glad you're here. Your presence enriches all of us and our time together. We are a Unitarian Universalist congregation. Our tradition is a large tent with room for many beliefs and approaches to the questions that matter. It is our values of inclusion, compassion, and justice that hold us together. We seek to build a beloved community, making room for everyone and creating a world where everyone's needs are met. You may be new here this morning. Welcome. We know that your first time attending a church. You may wish to keep a low profile, and that's fine. Just check things out. We're glad you're here. And if you're a visitor and excited to be here with us, why don't you raise your hand so we know who you are? Oh, yay, yes, we do have a couple of visitors. Great. Whoever you are and whomever you love, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're welcome here. Whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears, you're welcome here. You're invited to join us with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands. We welcome you today.
Today is All Souls Day. Now, I can't imagine that the Catholic, Anglican, and Episcopal practice of praying for the souls of those who have died to commend them out of purgatory and into heaven is the reason that some Unitarian ministers in the 19th century named their churches All Souls. But our All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church of Kansas City does share this name. And it is fitting that later in our service we will speak the names of those from our church who have died in the last year. As we mark the coming of fall and watch the world wither away for the winter, our thoughts go to those who have gone before us and have died. We remember them. We remember how they touched our lives, and with this, we hold on to our gratitude for all that they did and all that they gave to build the lives, the church, the world that we have. These opening words are by Karen G. Johnston. Ancestors who spoke with bravest fire, lend us your senses, that we may know another world is on her way, breathed into life with our participation in her creation. Forebears who led the way where there was at first no way, Lend us your persistence, your temerity, your assurance that the moral arc of the universe does indeed bend toward justice. Ones who went before us, sacrificing for a future not your own. Help us to give of ourselves, that the common stones in our hands today might be cathedrals of compassion tomorrow, halls of restorative justice tomorrow, sheltering walls of beloved community the day after. It is Sunday morning, the day we gather. Let us be thankful and full of praise to be in the company of those who came before, yet are ever in our midst.
Our chalice lighting words today are from Albert Schweitzer. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude for those who have lighted the flame within us. Now, please stand as you are able and join in the affirmation of our covenant, then remain standing as we join together in song. Together we affirm, goodwill is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Are there young people? Are there young at heart people? Come join me over here. Hi. Okay. Good morning. Are you all extra refreshed with that extra hour of sleep last night? No. Did you just stay up later?
Yeah.
Oh.
What I did, I woke my mom up. I didn't even tweet.
We have children here who woke their parents up early this morning. They're proud of it. Okay, so I want to tell you about the fact that there are lots of stories from all over the world about how things in the world began. Stories about how the rivers were formed and why the moon rests in the sky. There's one of these stories put together by Laurie Stevens that combines multiple stories from the Aztec tradition in what we now call Mexico. Well, I think that Laurie wanted to bring forth these stories that a lot of people don't know. And because she is both Mexican and American, she wanted to be able to combine things like she's combined. So, this is her story. Yes, Jude?
I have a book that's full of questions, and it's actually a pretty good book.
Well, I'm glad you have a book of questions. That's fantastic. You guys are all getting real close. Do you want to come closer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We're all cozy up here. Okay, so when you listen to this story, I want you to pay attention to how Quetzalcoatl feels.
What is Quetzalcoatl?
That's God's name. And how the way that she feels affects the world that she's creating around her. Okay, so here's our story. Out of the darkness and the swirling heat, Quetzalcoatl, the one who arrives in the sweet grass, stepped onto the shore of the river. And as she did so, the shore and the river and Quetzalcoatl herself came into existence. She was proud, but lonely. So she created a son, whom she called Miho. And together they traveled the river, dreaming trees and animals, into being. But the two of them, they couldn't decide what color maize or corn should be. It was such an important plant, and it needed the right shade. Yellow, no. Red, no. Blue. They couldn't agree, and they couldn't forgive. And so their argument split the river, and they floated away from each other. Quetzalcoatl felt remorse. She missed Miho so much. And she tried to turn around and go back up the river, but the current was too strong, and he was lost to her forever. And she let out a terrible wail of loss and grief, which changed the colors of the leaves and shook them from the trees. As she floated in the desolation, the river held her. And she remembered that even if Miho wasn't with her, they were still part of the same river. And so she shone her love and longing up the river. And when it found Miho, it transformed him into Mixcoatl, the god of stars. And when Quetzalcoatl looked up, she saw a new river in the sky, which we now call the Milky Way, the river of stars. And she felt connected, not just to him, but to everything. Her loving memory nourished the world, and spring began to blossom for the very first time. So that is our story. Now I've got a question for you. How did Quilotzli feel when Miho was lost?
Dad. He was sad.
She was
She
sad.
would never find him again.
She was sad because she'd never find him again. That's right. Have you ever felt that way when you've lost something or someone? Yeah, you felt sad? Yeah.
When we lost some of our dogs.
Oh, when you lost some of your dogs, you were really sad.
I lost my toy and I had to find it.
You lost your toy and you had to find it? Yes, Jude.
One of my friends went away.
Oh, one of Jude's friends went away and you were sad?
Well, my dog died. Well, they went to a different place.
They moved away, yeah.
My dog died. My clothes.
Your clothes? Why are you, okay. I mean, I guess I've had some pieces of clothing. I would be sad if I lost them. Anybody over here?
My dog died.
Your dog died, yeah. So, but then, how did Quilotzli feel when she found out that Miho had become the river of stars in the sky? Happy, yeah.
Thankful.
Thankful, yes. Jude?
Grateful.
Grateful. Mm-hmm.
I don't think she knew that was her friend.
I think that she did, but that's okay.
Rejoiced.
She rejoiced. So when we love someone, even if they're far away or they've died, when we think about them and remember how much we love them, we know that they will always be a part of us. So that is our time together today. Thank you for joining me. We got super cozy. And we're super cozy up here. And let's sing so that all of you can see what cool stuff you're doing downstairs today.
Our first reading today is called Who Am I Not to Be Blessed by Chris Jimerson. In moonlit shadows at the edge of the night-darkened oak trees, I see it. Across sunny pathways in the buzzing of insects amongst the flowering forest greenery, I hear it. From the touch of one's love, the embraces of those gone before me, I feel it. In the poems I love dearly, the songs that speak to my heart, the sculpture that captures my imagination, the discoveries still to be made, I sense it. It is in the fire of distant suns, the cool drip of waters, the slight chill in the breeze, the laughter of children, no matter what their age, old and young, grown and still small. It is the breath of life, the stardust of souls, the magic of remembrance. Who am I not to surrender to it in gratitude? Who am I not to be blessed?
This
You've heard of gratitude practices before. Having a regular practice when you recognize the things of your day or around you for which you are grateful. Some days it is, I'm thankful for tea. And other days it's, I express gratitude for this tea and its warmth and richness, and gratitude for those who cultivated the plants, picked the leaves and the buds, dried and processed them, packaged them, shipped them, and delivered them to my door. I express gratitude for those who treated the water brought to my house, for those who produce and transmit electricity and designed and built my variable temperature electric tea kettle. It's grounding to realize just how connected we are to people all over the world and in our own communities through something as simple as morning tea. And then to remind ourselves that our lives are made better by those we will never encounter. How can we not find in this the expression of gratitude? Oh, for the opportunity to send a thank you note to the person who plucked the leaves that became my tea this morning. Because truly, I am grateful for their efforts. On All Souls Day, let us extend this practice of gratitude to those who came before us, creating us as individuals, shaping us, building the institutions that enrich our lives. And so I think about that same kind of chain of events, of the people that have made it possible over centuries for us to be in this room on this day as a part of All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church. Like last week, I told you about Michael Servetus, who radically questioned the evidence for the doctrine of the Trinity and lost his life for not backing down from his ideas. And that his thoughts and his death more than 400 years ago contributed to Unitarianism in Europe and serious considerations of religious tolerance. Let us be grateful for his work and sacrifice. And then for all of the other thinkers and radical worshipers who embodied Unitarianism in Europe to shape the Unitarianism that later arose in New England. And then there's so many who contributed to the Enlightenment era, where conversations about equality and the worth of every person, let's be honest, man, began, which could then lead to wealthy white people more seriously considering the brutality and harm of human enslavement. Remember Unitarian minister, the Reverend Theodore Parker, who defended formerly enslaved people and had made it to Massachusetts. And he kept a gun on his desk while he wrote his sermons to protect the people who were in his home. There were Unitarian abolitionists who sought new life and prosperity in the West after the Civil War, and then came here to Kansas City. And they started a tiny church, which eventually built a building. And even when a minister abandoned them, they continued on and found ways to rebuild. And a minister who would stand firm against what would become humanism here in the Western Unitarian churches declared this to be a Christian Unitarian church and renamed it All Souls. This name that remains even after long tenures of humanist ministers. Our long story of this church's ancestors, tracing long before this building was built and centuries before our church's founding, is something for us to hold with tender gratitude. The history books tell us of the ministers and the buildings, and I want our sense of gratitude to extend far beyond what has been written. Because All Souls isn't this building, as useful as it is. All Souls has never merely been its ministers. All Souls is the generations and generations of people passionate about joining together with the religious fervor around love and care for all people, deeply considered, deeply questioned, and deeply held. Generations and generations of people who have needed community and connection and to band together for the betterment of the world. Our church ancestors who made the coffee. Ancestors who looked after and taught the children. Ancestors who made casseroles, chaired the bake sale, and made friends with everyone who walked in the door. Ancestors who were willing to write and amend bylaws, publish the newsletter, and coordinate volunteers. Our church ancestors organized out of this building to further the work of justice in Kansas City. All Souls has always been a community of people who cared enough to keep it going, always imagining the future that they would build through their work and love. And like every person involved and every institution, it is not perfect. Our ancestors made mistakes. They responded to conflict and troubles in very human ways, always protecting the future of the church as they knew it, even if we might look back and wonder why they made that decision and shaped the church in that way. Let us be grateful for their love and dedication as they did the best they could at the time, just as all of us are doing the best we can in this time. Our work for All Souls Day as Unitarian Universalists isn't to pray for people's souls, but to remember them. Some of you have been here long enough to remember church ancestors who died decades ago, to remember who did what, and who had that wry sense of humor. And some of you are here for the first time today. And we all may remember, if not the individuals, the contributions of all of the All Souls members of times past. Each has been a part of this community in some way. Each has loved and known the love of this place. And so let us remember our ancestors. Let us remember those who came before us here at All Souls. Let us remember those who came before us in our families, in our communities, in our own precious lives as colleagues, acquaintances, and friends. So many people have had an effect on our lives, whether we have known them or never encountered them. We will take the time today to hold their presence and memories with care. And may we ever be grateful for all they have done for us. As we take the moment to honor the ancestors of this church, we have to remember that they raised money to build the buildings, and they held the bake sales, and they have had the auctions. They painted and weeded and pounded nails and washed countless dishes. And they gathered to worship, to learn, to grieve, to heal, to serve, to build justice, to transform their lives in this world. We are the recipients of an incredible gift and a beautiful vision. Let us do our part to keep this congregation strong, vital, and thriving for the generations to come. The morning offering will now be gratefully received. Please join me in the dedication of the offering. We dedicate our offerings and our actions to the mission at the heart of this congregation, to build a respectful, caring community, to inspire personal and spiritual growth, and to create change toward a just and compassionate society. We have a responsive reading this morning, and so I will read the words that are in regular print, and please join me in reading the words that are in italics. They once dwelled among us, the people of memory. They who knew us, they who taught us, they who hurt us, they who loved us. They touch our lives time and again through their presence and their absence, through familiar scents and favorite songs, through old stories and renewed sorrow. As the earth turns and leaves fall, we reach back to renew the bonds between us. With hearts and hands open, we hold on to love, ever stronger than death. We reach back in gratitude and understanding. Without our time together, the pain and the joy, we would never be who we are today. We would have little to pass on ourselves. Without fear, with thanksgiving, and with hope for all that awaits, we remember those who have gone before. We honor the circle of life and death and our place within this sacred thread. Ancient traditions marked the fall as a time when the world died. And watching the warmth, the green, and the long days of summer fade away to chill, brown, and shorter days served as a reminder of death. And so in many cultures, it is the time that those of us living remember those who have died. Let us mark this moment in the cycle of the seasons and of life together. We remember those of this church community who have died in the last year with fondness and care. Carrie Beth Nall Duvenel, Lee Guerrero, Addie Dietrich, Ellie Dawson. We remember those who made an impact in the world and have died in the last year, with sorrow and with the hope that comes with what they accomplished. As you feel moved, please speak aloud their names, loud enough that I can hear them. Mike Patterson. Michael Brewer. Louis Riemenschneider. Right now we're actually working on the people who are famous that we know of who have died in the last year. There's another thing that we're gonna get on to the others. Ella Jenkins. Jane Goodall. Diane Keaton. And so many more. And we also remember those who have been part of our lives and have died, holding our grief and deep sense of love that will never end, whether this year or long before. So many of us have lost parents, grandparents, siblings, close friends, family, all part of a wide, interconnected web of loss. We may not be able to tell all of their stories today, but we can say their names. And in speaking their names, we remember them, how they have impacted our lives, and share our love for them and for each other. As you feel moved, please speak aloud their names. I'm expecting a lot of them, so I won't repeat, but please say the names now of those you remember today. Salt and water are reminiscent of the tears that we cry in our loss, our love, our grief. They are a release of pressure, We often feel better after we've shed a tear. We hope that through today's tears, we can experience the healing that we need through this symbolic act. Once the salt dissolves in the water, we can't see it anymore. It's still with us in some ways and gone in others, just like we carry our loved ones in our hearts, even as we don't see them physically present in our lives anymore. And so in a moment, I will invite you to one of the 5 bowls of water around the room. 2 here, I feel like I'm on an airplane, 2 by the back doors, and choir, this is for you. Come forward or to the back and say the names that are in your heart out loud or quietly, and put a pinch of the salt into the water for them. You can hold their names in your hearts, and remember them with this ritual. You can say their names, but this is your moment with them and the tears. So when you are ready, come to the bowls of water and salt with this community of remembrance and love. Holy stillness. We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant, Speak with voices shaped by languages we did not create. Breathe free air that others died to protect. Every freedom we exercise, every opportunity we pursue, every moment of safety we enjoy carries the fingerprints of those who came before. We remember ancestors of blood and choice, known and unknown, who endured hardships we can barely imagine, so we might inherit possibilities that they could only dream. We carry forward the hopes of enslaved people who chose love over bitterness, immigrants who crossed oceans for children they would never meet, activists who planted seeds in the ground too hard for them to see bloom. Their struggles live in our bodies, their dreams in our daily choices, their unfinished work in our hands. May we honor their sacrifices, not through nostalgia, but through action, not through guilt, but through gratitude that moves our feet toward justice. Help us become ancestors future generations will thank, planting trees whose shade we'll never rest in, fighting battles whose victories we won't live to see, loving this world forward with the same fierce hope that brought us here. Please stand in body or spirit, and we shall sing, we laugh, we cry. release this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Let us remember. Let us hold dear. Let us feel our connection to all who have come before and be grateful. May we remember those we have lost and dedicate ourselves to what is possible.